At the 46th General Meeting of the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, which was held in Lagos, representatives of the leaders of Nigeria and Ghana says African countries need to stop the exportation of raw materials. They says both countries need to work together and invest more in the manufacturing sector in order to boost their economies. They also advocate the addition of value to gain more leverage and revenue from bountiful raw materials on the continent.
Our lazy approach of always rushing to the international market to sell our resources in their raw state, which fetch us peanuts, must stop and stop now. If we decide to trade among ourselves and remove some rather unnecessary barriers among ourselves, the story will even be better. And when that happens, ECOWAS will be talking about a market of 350 million people, of which between 180 and 200 million will come from one country, Nigeria. If we therefore have the right linkages, what do you think will happen to the economies of ECOWAS? It will boom, because we're buying from each other.
It is time that we stop begging and look home, because we have enough to give to our own people. And we believe with this work, with our brothers and sisters manufacturers in Nigeria, great things will come. And it's only about time that by working with the mainstream policies that will catalyze industrial renaissance in Nigeria, MAN and AGI have a lot to do to make sure that quality standards and competitiveness will be guaranteed in integrating the single market between Ghana and Nigeria.
For the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the government says it will continue to support the manufacturing sector and ensure a better environment is created in order to support and encourage manufacturers in the country.
The Economic Recovery and Growth Plan is the primary vehicle for achieving our objective of sustained and inclusive growth. To achieve this, 5 key execution priorities were identified: stabilize the macroeconomic environment, achieve agricultural and food security, ensure energy sufficiency, improve transport infrastructure, and drive industrialization, especially through a focus on small and medium enterprises. Though there are still challenges to surmount, I believe that we are on the right path and we are gaining momentum in our efforts to rebuild and diversify the economy. We have genuine reasons to be optimistic as we look ahead.
As a state government, we have put in place a number of policy supports, including physical incentives, particularly at the Lekki Free Zone, to underline our efforts to lift the manufacturing sector to greater heights.
We will not relent in our efforts in addressing the many challenges facing the sector. The Ministry will continue to hold consultations with relevant stakeholders to fashion out sector-specific policies and intervention schemes to create the enabling environment for industrialization.
The event was concluded with the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Association of Ghana Industries signing a memorandum of understanding.